Patriots at Jets. This is our game of the week, which means we talk even deeper about this game. And it's Marco's best bet free pick of the week. Marco, what should bettors be thinking about in this game?
Well, I'm going to give out the warning right now. This is the knee-jerk game of the week for the public, trap game of the week, whatever moniker you want to put on it. The public will run to the New England Patriots this week and be betting it with both fists, and it's wrong. Dead ass wrong.
All right, so let me guess. Here's why you think it's going to happen is we know that the public bets what they see. And especially there's a technical term, the immediacy bias. The things you see most immediately are what you feel strongest about. While in truth, those aren't as important as people make them out to be. Monday Night Football gets the highest viewership. Thus, if you see a bad result, the public overreacts. If you see a good result, public overreacts. Jets look bad. Patriots look good on Sunday.
And I might add that not only was Baltimore Jets the Monday night game, but New England Cincinnati was the national feed for CBS.
A lot of people saw the Pats look good. A lot of people saw the Jets look bad.
Absolutely. And they're going to draw that conclusion, and the public already has taken this game. It opened up at the Jets at 1. This game has moved to New England -1. And I can tell you...
Now remember, early moves are sharp moves, except this might be a situation, and we talk about it, when early moves are sharp moves, but sharps have two agendas potentially. One is take a position. One is get ahead of a move. I could very well see them thinking this game's going to run up to New England -3, and why not get it at +1?
I see this game, and I'm going to allude to this game because I actually talked to you about this
Allude.
game. Well, let's get
allude away.
Go ahead. The Green Bay Packers last week, that line got to 3. And it got there in a hurry, and then it sat there at 3. Vegas got killed on that game last week. Money came all one way. They didn't move off the 3 to create an even bigger mess for themselves, but they started adjusting the VIG on the -3. I can see this happening very easy in this game, and I will say we're going to, I won't tip my hand yet, but you know which way I'm going on this game. Wait till later in the week.
Let's get the projection out of the way, then I'm going to try to shoot some holes in it. So projection first.
The Jets are going to win this game on Sunday. I've got the Jets winning it 23-16. This is going to be my best bet. And this
is your free pick each week. You're giving a free pick best bet.
My video free pick. And last week's video free pick, Oklahoma crushed Florida State. And somebody in one of these two chairs didn't agree with that.
Did you give your projection on this game?
Yeah, I already said
I didn't hear the score.
It was 23-16.
Go ahead.
And, I think this would be a good point in the segment.
Let's not drag this out. Marco won a nickel off me. I have it here, ready to go.
Make it rain, baby.
Talk about overpaying. All right, wait. Yeah. This is going to go through the screen.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's get to now. We when this game goes, we'll know who won the Saturday bet. We made a bet this week on a college game. Okay, so let's talk now.
Put this away.
So you intimated to it, but let's define it. You say wait till game time, and you think you might even be getting 3 with the Jets.
By game time.
So your recommendation on when to bet is wait if you like the Jets. Dustin, we got our logo messed up back here. You want to get that real quick for us? There we go. Can't miss that. All right. So now, let me shoot some holes in this. Pats have won 10 of 11 in New York. Does that concern you?
Situation of this week I'm looking at.
So wait a minute. So you never think about... So you're strictly a fundamental handicapper. You have no trends.
I will look at history, but I will not use it as it's very low on my list, on my checklist.
But in this case, you have continuity. You have Belichick. Now you can make the case that you don't have continuity with the Jets. There's been 2 games with Ryan against Belichick, so maybe you can shoot a hole in it that way.
And he's 1-1 against them.
True. We talked about the Monday night overreaction. I agree with that. This is the 3rd time Belichick is seeing the Ryan scheme. They did much better the 2nd time against that defense. it seems to me Belichick's the kind of guy that the longer he has to think about something, the worse off the other team is. Does that concern you?
It's, again, that would be an advantage for New England. The more that you see a new coach, the more familiar you're going to be
Like
with
a
his
pitcher in
tendencies.
baseball, whatever.
Absolutely.
And Belichick can take advantage of that better than most.
I will agree with that.
Okay. Now, this is something a little subtle. It might have got past you. Is the Pats played the Bengals last week, and they used many of the same defensive schemes and approach that the Jets do. So almost like it back to baseball, if you have a fastball pitcher and then a curveball pitcher the next day, the contrast causes problems for hitters. In this case, if you're going against a similar type D, that seems to be an advantage for the Patriots.
I would agree with that.
Okay, last question. It seems to me that no doubt there's going to be an overreaction to what happened with the Jets. My question is, were they so overrated to start with that the overreaction has just brought them to maybe where they should be? If the Jets would have won last week, I would have been looking to fade them like crazy because I thought they were probably 3 increments overrated, and then they win. Maybe they go to 3.5 or 4 increments. Now, because, and again, it's funny. I mean, I watched that game. It was a close game. I think it was just Sanchez's ineptness that just has such a perception the Jets played so poorly. They could have won that game pretty easily. And some people think Baltimore's the best team in the AFC. I'm not sure it was such a bad reaction, or a bad result. But the fact that the public has reacted the way that they have, it feels like the Jets have been knocked down a few pegs. But do you really think they're knocked down to the point of being underrated?
If you listen to the talking heads, the talk shows on the armchair quarterbacks on Tuesday, everybody was talking about, oh, well, I guess the Jets are, the overrated factor, the hard knocks and everything else. So I'm looking at it different. I kind of do things in reverse. And to get the contrarian review, approach, you look at the Jets going into that Monday night game, they did have all the pressure on them. Sanchez is a second-year quarterback. They had hard knocks, HBO following them all around. You had all the preseason
well, they put
people.
the pressure on themselves. So I'm sorry, you're saying the pressure hurt them and now the pressure's off? I think if anything, the pressure's even more on because of the fact that now it's time they're just put up and they're going to be 0-2.
That's the one good point that of all the points that you have, the 0-2 factor is the biggest of it. But to me, playing on Monday Night Football, you talked about it when we started this. That is the biggest game of the week. It's the most people watching. Not only the fans, but all the other teams in the NFL are watching you on Monday Night Football. I agree. Pressure for Sanchez. He had a horrible game. Is he going to have that bad of a game this week? I say no. One, he's not going against the Baltimore defense. Even though the Baltimore defense isn't as good as the Baltimore defense of a couple years ago, it's light years ahead of this New England defense. This New England defense still gave up a lot of points last week to Cincinnati. Granted, a lot of it came in garbage time, but all through the preseason, New England was giving up points. I think the Jets will be able to score this week, and on the flip side, the Jet defense is light years ahead of the Bengal defense that New England went against last week.
All right. You did win 25 games in a row. I can't lie.
I heard that rumor.
Jeez. Here's what I think. I think that you're right, the Jets. There's been an overreaction to the negative for the Jets. I think that they were so overrated to start with, it's probably got them right around where it should be. I don't see any great value. I would say a +3, I like the Jets.
It's going to get close to that. I don't know if it will, but I still like the Jets. As long as they're not laying points in this game, it will be my best bet of the week.
All right.
We got to give away a coupon.
Oh, okay. We better do that quick. All right. So during our game of the week, each week, we give away a coupon. Marco, hit it.
$10. You can use it to spend however you want. And since we're on video and I'm giving you $10, coupon is video10. When you go to the checkout,
all one word?
All one word.
And remember, we got our podcast listeners too.
That is true. Just enter video 10. We'll have to do a podcast 10 then somewhere down the line. But video 10, enter that coupon code at the checkout. You get $10 off whatever purchase you use. You can use that coupon once between now and Monday.
Awesome. Okay, now it's your turn to join the conversation in the comments section and talk about this game with Marco and me. And next up, we're going to talk about the Battle of the Mannings, the Giants and the Colts.